Do we remember it?
I hope so.
I hope so too. We go the. Oh, you didn't. 1, 2. That.
Woo.
Boom. It's been a while.
Oops.
Welcome back
Hi.
to Not Just Sports. I'm your host, Justin Scott.
And I'm Steph Forrester.
Again, welcome back. Peace, love, and what the fuck?
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute and a
Couple
half.
weeks. Almost, I think a month.
I think so too.
At least.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think
and I
the
feel
last-
out of rhythm.
The last episode we did, we were talking about like Halloween and like.
No way.
Yes.
Actually?
That's what was up on my thing.
So
And I
right
have-
after we go back from Dover. So if that's the case,
It was like
5 weeks?
First week of November.
Wow.
Right after Papa died. That was
Wow.
the last time we did anything. Listen,
Just-
we've been busy.
Busy lives, and I don't even want to call it laziness because
A little bit.
in a way, yes.
But also we're just tired sometimes.
And it's more work for you than me because you're behind the scenes.
And
All
we
the-
usually have to work Saturday mornings. We try to do it Friday nights.
Yeah,
It's tough.
it is. It is.
Forgive us. A lot of people take breaks like this around the holidays anyways, I think. Like
Yeah.
YouTubers and podcasts, they'll like kind of stop.
Right. And
Like-
it was going to extend longer, and you didn't want to do it, and I made you.
That's true. I was ready to do it tomorrow. I was being lazy, for sure.
I'm exhausted myself. We had a hell of a day. And I just felt like the time was right to bring this back. Just because, what a day. And we're going to talk about it and tell you guys just what happened. And it might not seem as crazy to you as it did to us.
But it was a pretty crazy day.
It was.
I already forgot the order of events in which we were going to talk about, so you might have to take the reins here because I totally forget.
About the day or just like the show in general?
No, just in general what we were going to say.
Oh, okay.
So you
So
have
we're
to
going to talk
start it
about
off.
honestly, I don't think much has changed in the past month. Same old shit.
catch up, yeah.
Staying on our busy lives. Just
All
talk
we've
about
been
that
doing
first.
is working.
Huh?
All we've been doing is working, I feel like.
Yeah. And just been drowned in work and going through the motions and
And holidays,
yep.
buying presents,
Shopping.
getting scammed from presents.
Oh, a
presents
lot of
not
that.
showing up.
A
on
lot of
time
that.
For all of the above.
See, we're already talking about it. We have plenty to say about what's changed. But I'm going to throw a little bit of sports at the end. And I want to do a little traveling thing with you because we're planning on going somewhere. Not officially.
Mm-hmm.
But I had mentioned it to you and going out of the country. Are you picking up what I'm putting down?
A little bit.
What is it then?
What you were saying,
Where we're anticipating going out of the country.
you and me,
Yeah.
Switzerland.
Yes, correct. So, and I don't know if that's attainable anymore because of the game that we played last weekend.
It doesn't have to be this year.
It doesn't, but I still feel like you and I need a trip soon. It's been since June.
I'm in on it. You might have
It's
convinced
been
me.
6 months.
You might have convinced me on Tennessee.
Yeah.
I think you have.
We'll get there though. We're jumping ahead. We're too excited. Oh my goodness.
I didn't know that was jumping ahead. I thought that was normal.
11:24 at night. Yeah. Well, okay.
Oh.
Where should we even start?
I thought you had this planned.
I don't.
You said
I don't
this is
even.
what we're going to talk
Okay,
about in this
we'll
order.
start- we'll
and
start
I
with the-
forgot.
We'll start with our day today. Actually, we'll start with, is anything new in your life that you want to share?
Not really.
No?
I'm just working, and it's almost Christmas. That's it.
It could be new. We went to this mysterious restaurant in her town of Walpole.
Oh,
We always
204.
drive by it, and it's very dark, and it doesn't look like a restaurant. They always have the shades down. And it's always been a meme of trying to, tell her.
It's a meme because I've never seen anyone under the age of 60 come out of that restaurant ever.
But it just always looked interesting. And we went.
I was scared of it and I
finally.
never wanted to go. But
And what did you think? It was
I
very
loved
nice.
it. I applied for a job there and they never got back to me. So
Exactly the point I was going to make. So,
they
if
never
you
got back to
somehow
me.
got hours there, that would have been news to share. But
It would have been, but they never got back to me. So I guess it's not news. So there is no news. I just work. And that's it.
yeah, same for me.
Yeah.
Work's going the same. Oh well, something different. I took my P test for the second time.
Woo
not too long ago. It was last Friday.
We're hoping for a pass. Yes.
A week ago from today, and I have to wait about a month to get the results, which is frustrating. And I have the same vibe as I did after the first time that I took it, where it's kind of like, I think it went pretty well. I could fail. I could not fail. It's kind of 50-50.
And
that's how I feel
by
this time.
3 points last time, so.
Yep, 3 points.
Which is basically passing, so they should have just passed you. But
I know. I
feel like if it's less than 10 points,
well,
or less than 5, come on.
I was told from a coworker at school that I just got hit with an update thing.
A computer notification.
Yeah, sorry about that. I got told from a coworker at school if you get within a few points, there's something that you could do on the website to override it. And more often than not, you get granted permission to pass. But I feel like I'm too far out from filling that one. So if it happens again, I probably will.
Yeah, that's a good
But
idea.
hopefully I just flat out pass, and that's that. Other than that, everything's the same. Still working
Nice.
at both places.
Nice.
Enjoying them both. Working a lot, but don't feel overworked,
That's good.
which is good. Yeah.
That's very good.
Yeah. Just personal wise, that's pretty much it, right?
I think so.
Cool. So our day today.
Oh, a crazy day.
I
Crazy day.
woke up, and I know everyone else can relate to this. When you're waking up for work, you feel like you could go to bed, back to bed for another 3 hours. And then when you can sleep in, you have the opportunity to sleep in.
You wake
You wake
early
up
and you're
around
awake.
the same time, and you're not even tired. And that's what happened to me. It was a waste of a sleep in.
You have a whole week to sleep in.
I know. And I'm going to get some good ones in there for sure. But today
Oh, yeah.
wasn't good. But I woke up and I just kind of hung out. I took my morning shower. I watched YouTube. And then I was like, I'm going to visit you. And
Yeah,
I
I was
went and visited
surprised.
you.
I was surprised at work,
You were. And I ran to Christian and he said, scare from behind.
and I got scared from behind.
You really didn't, though. You didn't make much of reaction.
I wouldn't say scared. I was just like in shock. I wasn't expecting you, even though I knew you didn't have work today. But
You didn't see it coming at all.
no, not at
Not
all.
in the slightest.
No.
And I had very spicy home fries. And they try to kill me every time, but they never get me.
We're gonna learn Spanish also,
Mm-hmm.
so that we can communicate with them at work, or I can communicate, and then also so we can just know Spanish.
And that's another thing to mention. It's not new yet, but it's new coming. Our New Year's resolutions. We'd make a whole segment for this officially. But
Yeah, we'll do it next week maybe. That's a good one.
before we leave, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I won't spoil anything, even though we kind of just gave it away. But we'll talk about it more when the time comes.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So your work was great. I had a great meal as always.
Yeah,
And I drove home without a disaster.
except for the traffic.
The traffic was horrible. Yeah. Well, true.
That's a disaster.
It took me 40 minutes to get from Lexington to near my house, which is normally 10 minutes away, if that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, we haven't even gotten to the crazy part. This is just the normal day.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
This isn't like what is blowing our minds right now. It's not Justin was stuck in traffic and he came to visit me at work.
Much more exciting than that.
This is the boring part of the day.
It is the boring part. But I've lost track now. Help me out.
We can skip to the part where we went to the movies.
Not even.
What?
You literally got made fun because you want to skip this part because you're
Oh.
embarrassed.
Right.
So you woke up from a nap and she didn't want to go to the gym, and I really wanted to go because I felt tubby. And
We went to the gym, and
Yeah.
Justin saw some former students of his, not even his students, but
No, they
in the
just knew
class
my face, like
with
I
your
didn't work with
students,
them,
And
yeah.
they were like, "We know you. You were so and so's assistant." And you were like, "Yeah." And so I obviously I'm not just about to talk to like sixth graders. They were like, he was like, "Oh, how you been?" Blah blah blah, chatting up. So I was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna stand over here." And like, "Is that your girlfriend?" He goes, "Yeah." And I was like, just physically standing behind you to go, "Is she shy?"
You are apparently.
I got got by the seventh graders.
Oh, big time.
Is she shy? I go, "No."
And I don't remember
I
what
can't
happened
believe
after that,
you said
but
to me.
it was just such a weird conversation because I didn't know them that well. Like I recognized their faces. Like I knew one of their names. I
Because
didn't
they
know the
weren't
other one's
your
name.
students. They were just like in the classroom with your
Correct.
students.
Correct. Yeah. But I remember looking back, like I forgot that you were there because you're literally directly behind me.
Well, what the hell? What was I gonna say to seventh graders? I'm not
No,
gonna be
I
like,
don't know.
"Hi,
Not
what
that you had to say anything, but you didn't have to hide
I
behind
wasn't
me.
hiding. I was just standing there. I was
They,
happened to
well,
already
you
be
were hiding
behind
because they
you.
called you out for it.
I wasn't hiding.
You think they were kidding? They were serious.
I don't.
Like this
They might
girl.
have been serious, but they didn't understand what the. I was just already standing behind you. And what am I gonna say to them?
You don't have to say
Hello?
anything. You just be present. That's all.
It's no.
And you said that you're afraid of middle schoolers, and it came out. So.
I'm afraid of children in general, but yes, especially middle schoolers.
Is it children in general? It's
Mostly middle schoolers for sure.
okay. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, definitely middle schoolers. And then they made fun of me.
They did.
They did make fun of me. Whatever.
And you were just like about it.
Because
No, afterwards. It kind of got to you a little. It was cute.
they called me out.
Yeah.
I wasn't shy. Whatever. Anyways,
But we had a good day at the gym after that. And you said it wouldn't be worth 30 minutes to get a workout in. I was like, you can do plenty in 30 minutes.
it's always worth 30 minutes.
Huh?
It's always worth the 30 minutes.
It is. It is. I did about 3.5 miles in 30 minutes.
Nice job.
And you did legs.
I did. I can't run right now because my knee has been bothering me. So I'm really hoping that when I get new shoes for Christmas,
Which I'm doing. I'm getting her new shoes.
I will be able to run again and my knee will not bother me because I know I need new shoes. And I've just been not running until it happens.
And you are not familiar with injuries at all. You've been...
Never.
Yeah.
Not even a little.
So it's kind of it's rattling your cage a little bit.
I know, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I never, not even like a shin splint in high school. I never got anywhere
Which is
close
crazy.
to that. I'm very lucky. Never, like, that never used to happen to me.
Mm-hmm. Well, welcome to old age.
Thank you.
I warmed up 24
Love
for
it
you.
here.
I don't remember my words exactly, but I said something like once you hit...
24.
Was it 24? I said you
Well,
start
that's
to
what I
feel...
am.
Start to feel some things. Pain.
Yeah.
Physical pain.
I've been stretching after
Good, I need to do that.
every gym sesh. Not today, but I usually do. Like, I haven't been running in almost a month.
Mm-hmm.
And today, or not today, the other days at the gym, like, I didn't run at all, but I would stretch after. Every time. Not before, but after I do.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
And
a good
it's
habit.
good. I mean, I wish I had that habit, but I don't. And I'm lazy with it.
It is a good habit.
So make me do it with you.
Okay. The only problem is, like, if you're in a rush, like, it adds, like, an extra, like, 10 minutes to your gym time.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't do it if you're in a rush, which we were today, which is why we did not stretch.
And I don't know why I don't like it, but I don't. Like, doing it feels good.
Oh, the only reason why I don't like it is because it takes time.
Really?
Yeah, like, it's only, like, oh, like,
That's probably the main
I
reason
want
for
to
me
leave
as
now
well.
and I have to, like, it's like I want to get home and, like, do my thing, whatever I'm going to do that day.
Yeah, but could
what
do
I'm
it
doing
before.
next.
Do you prefer before workouts or after?
After, for sure.
Ah, okay.
Oh, never before. I still don't do it before.
I wonder which science says is more important. I know they
Static
excuse
is
me, probably
easily
recommend
more
both,
important.
but
No, static stretching at the end is
that was
more
one of my
important.
questions. Dynamic warm up,
Static cool down.
static cool down.
That the cool down's definitely more important. In my opinion, I think it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not a scientist. I
Me
don't know
neither.
either. Well, you did just
I can
take a
pretend to be.
gym teacher test.
Right.
I feel like you should know that.
And the test questions you like you're a genius, but we all know to be a gym teacher, I mean, you don't have
You
to
don't
be
need to be a
anything close
genius.
to a genius.
Yeah, no.
And we're getting off track again. We were talking about our day today, and now we're reverting back
That's
to the first
okay.
segment.
So we went to the gym.
Yes.
I got made fun of by 7th graders.
Yep.
And then we
Had a
went
good
we
workout.
were in a rush, so we did not stretch
Mhm.
because we were going to the movies.
Yes.
We just got back from a movie.
Mm-hmm. And it was, well, we didn't get just back from the movie. We got back from Yard House.
Yeah, but now you're jumping ahead again. We went to the movies.
We first went to the movies, and it's a movie called Poor Things.
It's
And
a
we had
You're
not known much about it. So whenever I see a movie with high ratings, it's worth seeing for me in the theaters because we just love going to the movies so much. So anything that looks relatively good, we're going to see.
for sure. And I didn't know that this was the director before the movie, but when we went in and I saw the credits, I was like, oh, we know this director and we love this director. It's
I don't know the
he's
person's
Greek,
name.
so I'm probably mispronouncing, but Yorgos Lanthimos or
Okay.
Lanthimos.
I think you nailed it.
Yeah, but so he directed The Lobster, Killing of a Sacred Deer, Dogtooth.
That's the big three,
I think
probably.
these are the only ones that we've seen.
Mm-hmm.
But I
Which
didn't
are
know it was
all weird,
weird
unorthodox.
movies, very weird movies.
Mm-hmm.
And when going into it, was like, this is a weird movie. Like,
Mm-hmm.
great, I love weird movies. And then I found out it was him. I go, oh,
Mm-hmm.
it's a really weird movie.
And this
And
one
it
was,
was a weird movie.
and we can't spoil anything, and we just really highly recommend that you guys go see this. And I don't know if I want to say it's not for everybody, because I feel like everybody could take something away from this movie. Everybody could
Yes.
respect it for something and appreciate it for something.
Yes. First of all, I think alone the art direction is pretty good. Like how, like not even art direction, because it's not even like about like props or anything like that. It's about like the writing is really good. The cinematography is really good. Like how the shots are made.
Right.
It just tells a story. Like if you really like and are invested in, like, you want to be invested in a story, this is definitely like it tells a really good story.
Yep. And to care about characters along the way.
Very good characterization, yeah.
And if just looking at its basic level, you said good cinematography.
Great acting.
The acting.
Amazing
exactly what I was going to say.
acting.
Just some of the best acting I've seen, and I just can't. There's very, very small things that I could pick holes at. We said a couple scenes were a little bit drawn out.
Barely.
But that's
There
literally
was, like,
just
one.
Yeah, one scene. Other than that, total perfection.
But it's also, I think it's a movie where you cannot judge it in the first like 20 minutes of the movie. Like
Yes.
The first 20 minutes are so different from the middle, which is so different from the end. Like it's fully
It's a journey.
It's fully a journey. It's a full story. Like you have to be in it for the long run.
Right.
It's not a super long movie. It's what, 2.5 hours.
Yeah, like 220-ish.
So like
Yeah.
longer, not super long, but you have to be like in it for the characters, in it for the long run. Like don't judge it based off like the first few minutes, because the first few minutes are like extra weird. And then like I'm like, oh, this is like a really niche weird movie.
And then it turns out something beautiful in real life.
for sure.
And
Like
it challenges your thoughts and challenges humanity and just makes you think differently about things and self-evaluate. And I can't even, we were going on and on for it for a long time.
there's a lot of different like themes that you could really dive deep into if you wanted to. Like religion is a part of it. If
Huge
you like
one.
wanted to
Yep.
like really dive deep. If you wanted what was the other one that I said I realized later was a good one? Remember I was
we've
like,
said
oh,
so much
this
about it.
too.
About what?
I like remembered it and I was like, oh my god, also you could talk about this. And
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
super, it's a big theme and I can't
And
remember.
there's too much.
It's good.
Say something else about it so I can carry on, because I just lose my thoughts because I have so much to say about it.
I guess why I said art direction. I didn't mean art direction. I meant like the special effects. Just like it's just like very much I can't think of the word.
Oh, no.
I said it earlier. It's like stylized. That's what I'm thinking. Like the style of the movie is very, like it's a very specific style that they just like carry the whole way, and it just works, and everything flows together very nicely. But you don't necessarily know why it works, but it just does.
And another thing, it's funny, like the crowd was audibly laughing multiple times.
Yeah, it's
and
funny.
Not outwardly trying too hard to be funny. Just completely
Not
natural.
a comedy, but I was laughing.
Yeah,
It was
me
like-
too.
It was
and
not,
at
but
points
it's
I
not a
wanted to
comedy.
cry too. And
Yeah,
at points I was just like immersed in just how intense it was, and I was locked in, and literally just a total range of emotions throughout.
There was a lot, a lot of emotions involved.
Yeah.
The whole time, and it's almost like different. Like it just kind of goes through like the phases of life, and like that's as general as I can make it.
And
But it
because
just
now
it
we're
goes,
getting towards spoilers a
It
little
goes
bit.
through the phases of like life as you're watching it.
Yeah.
And it's very like relatable in a very broad way. Like a lot of people could relate to it.
Yes.
Because it's so broad, and because it's just about life and like humanity, like you said. So it can be very relatable to a lot of people, I think.
And it makes fun of such vulnerable parts of humanity.
Mm-hmm.
And you just can't help but laugh because you're just like, yeah, that's just
And yeah, I'm living
how
in that.
shit is.
Yeah. Very good. 10 out of 10 recommend.
And I'm dead serious when I say it is in the running for my favorite movie of all time. And this is the segue into our favorite movies of the year, which we were talking about at Yard House.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
I have my list. And
I'm not freaking kidding, guys. This is maybe my favorite movie of all time. Poor Things. It's out in theaters now. Go see it. It blew
100%.
my fucking mind.
Go Yorgos Lanthimos.
Huh?
Yorgos Lanthimos.
Yeah,
The director.
yeah.
Great,
but,
amazing.
I mean, I liked his movies, all the ones that you mentioned, but this one just
Takes the
above
cake,
and beyond.
for sure.
So let me pull up my top 10 of the year. This is just from 2023, ones that we have seen in theaters.
Yes.
Not even. I don't think there's other ones that we missed like early in the year that we went back to on Discord and watched. Not that I can think
all
of.
the ones that like came out this year we saw in theaters.
Yes.
For
So
sure.
I have. How much do you have? 10? Okay, we'll do 10. And they're not all Hubie Halloween.
No, they are not
Is
all
one of
Hubie
them?
Halloween. That movie did not come out in 2023. I think. It came out
Not
in
that true,
2020.
but is it one of them on there? Were you gonna make the joke?
No.
Did I ruin
This
it for
is
you?
a serious list.
Oh, yes. It better be serious.
It's very serious.
Okay, let me find.
Do you want me to go first while you're looking?
Sure.
Are you gonna listen?
Yes.
Okay. I'm kidding. Okay.
Well, should we go bounce off 1-1, 2-2, 3-3?
Okay. Do you have it?
Yes,
No, you don't.
I do.
I can
Top
see
5
it.
movies this year. Yep. Okay,
Okay.
there we go. I do have it.
Well, yours is adjusted after this movie, but
Yeah, not much.
I put it at number 1.
I
Poor
agree,
Things.
without a doubt.
Number 1.
Not a doubt in my mind.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, I had Talk to Me,
Same. Well, I originally had Talk to Me number 1,
and it got bumped.
and it got bumped. And I believe we talked about Talk to Me on
I think
our
we did.
Halloween horror movies list.
Yes. We
Yep.
did.
That's 2 for you as well?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
3, I had Sound of Freedom.
Okay, 3 I have Saltburn.
I know it's in your. Well, okay.
We'll talk about Sound of
I
Freedom.
think we can't
Yeah.
bounce off each other because
We'll talk about the same movie. Yes, okay. So
Okay.
5, I have The Sound of Freedom, which was earlier this year.
not
Probably.
super early.
Yes, it was. It was probably February, March. That's my guess.
I thought it was like April.
Okay, so we're not that
I
far
have,
off.
I have the date.
You
actually.
looked at me like I had 5 heads, and we're a month off.
I have the date.
Sound of Freedom.
I think it was later.
Oh, July? Wow.
Ah,
Okay.
I know. I see it in here.
So you're right to look at me that way, but you didn't back it up with
I
your
know
words.
because
Whatever.
I wasn't that confident.
Okay,
Okay,
yes.
but listen. I think we have to go one by one.
Dude. No, it's fine. It's fine. Look at Sound of Freedom. 57% of Rotten Tomatoes now.
Rude.
And remember, it was so high,
Rude.
though. Look at the audience score, 99.
As it should be. Thank you. 57? That's
Controversy,
rude.
huh?
That is rude. Everyone should go see Sound of Freedom. It's an incredible movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why I put it so high is because I'm like, I think everybody should see it. And it's just such a
Agreed.
important story
Mm-hmm.
to watch.
Yep.
So I put it at number 3.
I have a 5.
Number 4, I had Saltburn.
Okay. That's
I
my
love
number 2.
Saltburn.
So when you say one by one, like, what do you mean exactly? Because I
I
don't
was
think we're on the
saying
same
I
page.
should go through my list, then you should go through yours. But
Okay.
it's too because you know what
Because
I'm saying.
I don't think we're going to have all overlaps for the most part.
We are a lot of overlaps.
So you might as well just say it, and I'll see what number it is for me.
Well, we're already halfway through,
Yeah.
almost. But I had 4 Saltburn,
Okay, I have it at 3.
which I love that movie.
Saltburn's fucking awesome. Weird,
I love the weird.
but awesome.
That actor's awesome. I don't even know what his name is, but I love him.
Barry
He's-
Keoghan.
He's in a lot of Yorgos Lanthimos' movies.
Exactly
A
right.
lot of them.
And he's just like the perfect weird male actor.
Yeah, he
He
can't
just
play.
plays every weird role
He
so
can't
well.
play a normal character.
No, definitely not.
It's a weird movie. If you like weird movies, you should watch it.
Yep, Saltburn's awesome.
Number 5, I had Radical.
Yep, I have Radical 3. Radical hit me extra hard because I work in education too.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it melted my heart.
When we were watching it, I was like, "Oh, he's
Oh,
a
you thought of
teacher."
me?
I was just like, "Wow!" Like, I love that.
Oh my gosh.
I love that movie.
And like
Love that
certain
movie.
aspects of the students that would come up, I would think of some of my students, like they're kind of similar in
very
that way.
cute.
And just like, it was beautiful. Totally beautiful. And it's based off a true story too.
And I think it kind of just showcases how messed up our education system is and how good it could be.
Right.
And then, yeah, I don't know.
And sometimes actually, I don't mean to switch movies, but Poor Things, the way that they were, I can't spoil it, never mind. The way that they were talking to her at a certain point reminded me of my teaching style.
Yes.
That's as far as I'll go.
I know what you're saying. 100%.
Okay.
100%. I know what you're saying.
Okay,
sure.
Cool.
Okay, number 6. I've already seen your top 5. I know it's not in there.
Yeah.
Number 6, I had The Holdovers.
Okay. I have that 8.
that movie.
Yeah, Holdovers is great.
It's just such a
Wholesome.
Feel good, but also not feel good. Like, it's sad. It's a sad movie.
Right.
But it, like, I don't know. It also
Wholesome is the word to it.
Wholesome, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a wholesome movie.
Because at the end, I was more sad than happy, I guess.
Yeah, but I don't know. I still like. I don't know. I just felt warm.
Yeah. It's a warming movie. It is.
My dad said a comment. He was like, "They don't make movies about like men like this, and it's like a very vulnerable." Like, it shows men in a vulnerable,
in a very
state.
emotional state. Yeah.
Yeah, which I think is a good thing.
That's a good point. And same thing. Yeah. Sorry.
No, I jumped.
So we have not seen Die Hard yet. Yes, I know. Oh my God, but there's a big debate about that movie. Obviously, is it a Christmas movie? Is it not? And I feel like Holdovers kind of is in that place as well.
Well, didn't the director say, like, it's not supposed to be a feel-good Christmas movie?
Right.
And everyone's like, it's a feel-good Christmas movie.
But exactly. And I kind of feel like it is. I mean, it is. It wasn't dedicated around Christmas. It just happened to be during that time.
I think that's what made me feel warm inside, is, like, the fact that it took place during Christmas. It makes me feel warm. Even though, like, it's a sad movie.
Yeah.
It also feels good in some points, and it takes place around, like, it's just a very wholesome time of year.
Right.
For the movie
Yeah,
to
good
take
point.
place.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I had it at 6.
8.
Number 7. I know this is not on your list at all because you haven't seen it. The Barbie movie.
Ah. Do you know who loved that? Eric. Eric was telling me to see
that
it.
does not surprise me. I love that movie. It's a
really that high for
it's
you?
a good movie. It's just like, I don't know.
That was your number
It's
5?
7.
Oh, 7? We're on 7? Holy shit.
I'm on 7.
Oh, okay.
I had Barbie at 7.
Okay.
It was just a very, like, I do want you to watch it. Like, I want you to see it. I don't think it's necessarily your type of movie, but I think there's parts of it that you would really like.
I'm very open-minded when it comes to movies. I can see
it's kind of good. Like, I was like, oh, what's this movie going to be about?
Yeah.
But it was good. And there's like it's very like, it's like, it is a girl's movie. Like, it's very like empowering towards women, and it like pushes that a lot during the movie.
Was this one too? Would you consider it?
This one? A woman empowering movie? Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Me
It's
too.
more subtle, for sure.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Barbie's like, they don't make it shy that that's
Okay.
what they're trying to
Okay.
do with the movie.
I can totally appreciate that.
But there's like a whole like monologue that like made me shed a single tear. Like,
Really?
I was like, wow. Like, it's like a monologue in the movie that's really, really good.
Okay, we'll watch it at some point.
I
for
want
sure.
you to watch it.
Yeah, I will.
It's in my
I will.
top 10 for sure. Number 7.
Wow,
I had
okay.
Barbie. 8 is Dreams. Oh, also, Barbie, great soundtrack. Really good soundtrack.
Kid Leroy's on it. That's all I know. I don't know.
He is. So is Nicki Minaj. So is Billie Eilish. So is Dua Lipa. It's a great soundtrack.
I love Nicki. I love Billie. I don't know Dua Lipa too much.
You would like this song. Anyways, number 8 was Dream Scenario.
I have Dream Scenario 7.
Okay, so similar.
Nick Cage is perfect for that role. Is really what carried the movie.
It also just felt like a wholesome movie.
It
It
did.
just felt very like, I don't know, maybe it's because it was filmed in Boston, but I was like, it's like close to home, and like it felt very like personal and very like, and it just felt like a personal movie.
And a very unique concept too.
It was just different.
Basically, Freddy Krueger, but the nicest guy in the world.
Kinda, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. The most boring, nicest person.
Right.
But he also was kind of a dick at some points. Like, he's not perfect, you know?
Because he was driven mad by the scenario that was going on.
It's a good movie. I liked it.
Yeah.
And honestly, Nick Cage could not play. Like, he's been in a lot of movies. This was his perfect role.
It was.
Like,
absolutely.
oh my God.
Just playing a goofy, older, middle-aged guy.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Love
And we
that.
saw that at Cambridge. What was the name of the place? Landmark Square.
And we
I think.
saw the governor.
We were in the fucking movie theater with the governor. We had no idea until
I saw her walking next to us, and I was like, I think that's the governor.
And you were right. You were right.
The
After
governor of
looking at the pictures,
Massachusetts
holy
was in the
shit.
theater with us. It was filmed in Massachusetts, so it makes sense why she would go see it. Yeah.
Going to movies is the best.
Yeah,
It's
I
the
love it.
best.
Number 9, I know this isn't on your list either. I had Missing.
That just missed the top 10 for me. Missing's awesome.
I think it's just like the vibe, like the way that we went, the people we went with. Like
Yeah.
the vibe was so good, and then it was just a good storyline. Like they took a typical like through the computer thing that's been done before, and it made it more unique. I feel like I don't know, like it didn't feel like when I saw that I was like, oh, one of these movies like where it's the whole movie's your computer screen.
Yep.
But it like felt new and like
Right.
fresh,
And
I liked it.
With also like big concepts that I won't get into, but also very small details, like how sometimes they are like typing a message and then deleting it. And then the same thing with people responding. You'd see the bubble come up and then it would go away. Like that's just little
it was
shit
very
that we
modern, very fresh.
Yeah.
very
do. And not in a cheesy way. Like it all made sense.
Not in like I wasn't cringing like, oh, you're like trying too hard. Like,
Right.
It like felt real
Yep.
for sure.
And that's one of my honorable mentions for sure.
And then number 10, I had the Mario Brothers movie.
Yep, I have that at number 10 too. There's a lot of kids movies we could have chosen from,
No, that's by far the top.
but it was the best. And I think I'm a little biased because I grew up with Mario. I love Mario. But just like it was so fun. It was so fun. And some
details
scenes
were
made you feel
crazy,
like it was in
too.
the game.
Oh, when it was like a wide
Yeah,
shot, and then
we were
you could-
stoned in there, and it was
Yeah, it's okay. No, it was just the details. Like even like on Rainbow Road, like I remember there was something with Rainbow Road that it was like
yeah,
so
yeah. They're
specific.
doing Mario Kart on it.
Yeah, but I know, but there was something specific about it where I was like, oh my god, like
people
that's
falling
like,
off probably.
or I don't know, like the way that they did the drift
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
like
yeah.
the music,
Yeah.
like I don't, it was so like specific, and you would know more than me. But I remember in the movie theater being like,
Oh,
my god,
so many
like, that's-
references. Yeah,
like it was just so like they put in a lot of detail into it. Like it wasn't just like, oh, we're gonna do Rainbow Road. It was like, no, like we're gonna really
Yep.
do it. Like it was like it felt like you were actually playing.
and Mario fans are so broad in age. Like there's the kids that I work with now are 10, 11, 12 years old. They love Mario. But also
yeah.
people my age and even older love Mario.
Oh, Dylan
And-
loves it too.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
older than you.
He's around my age, but even still, yeah.
Older than that. Still.
Yeah. And it appealed to each of those crowds within the same movie, and it's really
Awesome.
impressive that they pulled that off.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yes, I had that number 10.
Yeah, that was my top 10. I didn't have anything after that.
So you didn't have When Evil Lurks in there.
No, I didn't, but I did like that movie.
I may have had it a touch too high because the ending was just too outlandish, but as far as a horror movie goes, very unique, very weird, and some scenes will stick out to me forever. Like, I don't know if you remember the mother eating her kid's brains walking down the street. She was just like grabbing his head.
Trigger
and
warning.
Just, what?
No, I was just going to say trigger warning.
No, yeah. Sorry.
No,
And
no,
spoiler
I do know what
warning,
you're
too.
talking about. Yes.
And just like very specific
Yes.
things in there that just like for a horror movie I just really haven't seen
No, it was
before.
a cool movie. It was different. But the ending, I think, is what
It got too
steered me
outlandish.
away,
That's
I
where it
was just
trailed
like-
off for me.
Like I understood what was going on to a point, and then I was like, okay, I can do weird, and I can do like I don't know what's going on, but I just felt I still don't know what happened. Like I can't. It's like too outlandish to the point where I feel like I can't even discuss what happened. Like I'm like I just don't know. An alien, I guess. Like I don't know.
No, and no spoilers. No spoilers. We'll focus on the little scenes like when the dog attacked. the kid.
Yes, that was a good scene. There was
Yes.
good scenes in the movie,
Yeah.
but I think the ending just threw it. Like it got to the point where I was like, this is a different movie. Like I don't even know what's going on.
But even when they were in there and they didn't know whether to trust the kids or not. And
Yes.
And then he left the lady who was like,
Yes.
Yeah.
And that was terrible.
Yeah.
But I can't even discuss what happened at the ending. Like, even if I was going to give a spoiler and tell you what happened, I couldn't even. It totally.
Well, they're all on the stage, and
it switched gears.
he was still alive.
I know, but
Okay,
what was the
okay,
thing?
that's enough. Because what are we at now? 34. Wow, flying through. Good movie.
It was
you can
good.
see it's a little
not top 10 though. No way.
controversial. Go check it out and see
Good
what you
movie.
think.
It's a Spanish movie.
Yes.
I don't know what the Spanish title is, but what's it called? When Evil Lurks.
Yeah, that's how it's listed at, and like when you go to
Yeah, I don't know what the Spanish
purchase them
title is
anyways.
for it. We should learn.
Yeah, well,
know.
I thought it was fantastic. Because horrors, I also give horror props because it's so hard to make it good. So when I see a good one, I'm like extra respect in that regard. Okay, but moving on, we got to go. 6, I have Air. You didn't have that on there.
I
thought
love
you would
Air,
have Air.
though.
Air, I'm a basketball junkie, so, and I'm not a Jordan guy, obviously. I'm a LeBron fan for life, but it's just really cool to see. Because I obviously all I know Nike as is like the biggest sports brand in the world, and I didn't really know the history.
Right. I think that's the fun part is like you know the ending, but you're like, well, how did we get there?
Yeah.
Especially, but like the fact that you still know the ending and there's still that suspense of like, well, what are they gonna do? Like,
Right.
You know what they're gonna do.
And the fact that they never showed his face, they never showed Jordan's face.
Really cool.
Awesome. So I have that at 6. And the only different one I have is Beau's Afraid at 9. Beau's Afraid is just a wild freaking ride. There's parts in the middle where I just, because it's over 3 hours long, or right at 3 hours.
I think it's about 3.
Long movie. And there's some parts they could have just trimmed a little bit, but just, it's what the fuck in a movie.
Yes.
Pretty much.
And it's, I don't know, part of Poor Things reminded me of Beau's Afraid. Like the fact of you're following one character throughout like their life and like these events that happen to them almost in like a phase thing. It's like, okay, well then they do this and then they do this and it's like in phases. So it like was similar to the point where like you're following one character through phases of their life.
Right.
Similar to Beau's Afraid, which is what I liked about that movie.
Good connection.
And that is what I liked about Beau's Afraid. I really liked that you could like pinpoint like, well, this happened, then this happened, and this.
And you felt so connected to the person, and you felt
to the character.
You felt sorrow for them and
the characterization
happiness
also was great.
Yeah.
So I do like that movie a lot, but there were some points where I was like losing it in the middle, where I was like, all right, I don't know about this.
Yeah, because it was long. I mean, it was drawn out.
It was long, but.
And it was such a. I think the atmosphere also. So we saw it at a theater in Newton, and there's one other person in there, and it was just. It was a very old theater.
Yeah.
Do you remember it?
You couldn't recline the seats either.
Yeah.
That's an L, but for a 3-hour movie especially.
The one guy was on crutches. I remember that, and
yes.
he was walking up behind us. I don't remember what he said.
He was like, "What the fuck was
that?"
that?"
Yeah, something like.
And we were like, "I don't know."
And I just like movies like that. Once it's just like.
I do like that.
Totally outlandish. So I had that at 9. So just to recap my top 10. It's gone now. Oh shit.
Oh no.
I'll find it in 1 second. A lot of them were the same.
I did have a lot of overlap.
So 1, I had Poor Things. Maybe number 1 movie of all time. I'm ready to say it. It might be my favorite movie of all time. Yeah.
Wow.
2, Talk to Me. 3, Saltburn. 4, Radical. 5, When Evil Lurks. 6, The Sound of Freedom. 7, Air. 8, Dream Scenario. 9, The Holdovers. 10, Beau's Afraid. 11, Mario movie. It's like 11 in there.
A little skewed, yeah.
But if I had to take one out, I don't know. And maybe I don't think I could do the Mario movie because it's kind of like a cemented. Because I was like, I have to pick one of the kids' movies I saw.
Right.
And
has to be that
nostalgic as hell. So.
Has to be that one.
Yeah,
we didn't see that many kid movies in theaters. Also.
Was Puss in Boots this year?
Puss in Boots.
And there's another one.
Mario and The Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid. I feel like there's another
Which that one wasn't good.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh yes, yeah. That
Which is honestly top 15.
That was good.
Movie's great. Yeah.
That was a good movie.
Yeah, so there was a lot. There was a lot.
Okay, 4 out of at least 20.
And we didn't see in theaters, but Fantastic Mr. Fox we watched the other day. And
yeah,
it was
but
good
that's separate.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
That came out in 2021.
I'm just saying. It was good.
An honorable mention for me was Asteroid City. I loved that movie. That was a good one.
Asteroid City good too.
I couldn't put it in the top 10, but it was up there.
Did Fantastic Mr. Fox make you think of Asteroid City?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's the same director. Connection. So yeah.
Yeah.
And you have to see Grand Budapest Hotel.
So we were talking about our day, but we basically got a segment out of the way with the movie that we saw, which is one of the best ever, and we got our.
I forgot we were talking about our day.
No, I know, right? I know. I mean, there's really not much to say after that, but it's worth saying. I was just like I was floored by this movie. Like literally, it took my breath away. We sat in the car for a little bit.
Yeah, we were gonna just like come right back here and just record and then like call it a night.
Yeah.
But we were just so like flabbergasted. He was like, I was like, what do we do? He's like, should we get a drink?
Mm-hmm. So we
So
went
we
down the
did.
street to a bar, Yard House.
And
And,
who did we? What happened then?
But I can't even explain the feeling that I was feeling in my head. Like this movie was just like dominating my mind, and I couldn't get
Like
words
we were
out.
already a little brain dead.
Yeah, I was just like
from
so
watching
just
it.
in awe by this movie, literally. And so we walk in, and I'm putting my jacket on my chair, and out of the corner of my eye, I see someone like charging towards me right
Running.
next to me, and all of a sudden I know they're hugging me, and I look, and it's Jeff.
Our friend from school, Jake.
Jake
Jeff,
Sinoni, my fucking
whoever
guy.
you wanna know who he is.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, dude, what the hell? And he's from New Hampshire, and now he lives in Dorchester. And
With his fiance.
yes,
They just got engaged.
they just got engaged, and I was
And
like,
she
fuck,
was
dude,
there.
congrats.
We know her too. Like they've been dating all through since we went to
Yeah,
when we were they've been dating since high school. So like when we were in college, we were like, oh, Jake and Jenny.
yep,
And now they're officially engaged.
yeah. And I was
She
just
had the
like, oh,
ring
dude,
and all
what the
on.
And the
I was
first
like-
time we've seen him since, and I was with him 2 weeks ago, and he said he was planning on it, and then it
He
happened.
told us
and
in
then we saw
October.
him.
He was like, I have it.
Yeah, yeah.
He didn't like have a plan, but he was like, I have.
Right.
When we
Right.
saw it, like when we went away with friends, he was like, I have the ring.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, what are you gonna
Yeah.
do it? He's like, I don't know.
Yeah, and
But he was like, it's in the
So-
it's a hot potato.
it was a
It's
few
in
days
the-
ago, right? I don't know the exact day, but
I think it was about a week ago
week. Okay.
because we were at Mikey and Jess's.
Right.
on Saturday. So it was about
Yep.
a week ago.
Yep. And regardless, we haven't seen him since, so it was like, holy shit, dude.
I haven't seen him
congrats.
since October
Yeah.
when he said he had it, and then all of a sudden now it's on her finger.
Mm-hmm. Amazing. Congrats to you guys
Engaged.
again if you're listening. I know
Congrats
Jake
to
loves
Jake
the
and
show. He was asking us after, like, I haven't heard your podcast in a while, and
We said
we
we're gonna
said we're gonna do it
today.
tonight or tomorrow. Here
And
we
he
are
goes,
tonight.
"Oh, perfect."
Yeah. So special shout out to you, buddy. We love you very much.
Yeah.
And it's just,
Congrats to Jake and Jenny.
But like in the mindset of just blown away by this movie, and then I go in and see him,
And then
who
worlds
I'm not
are
expecting to see.
colliding.
And this, like, if you're gonna say who you're gonna see right now, like you're like someone
Last
you know is in
person.
here, I would not think of Jake. No,
Last.
no, not the last, but I would not think of him off the top of my
The
head.
first person I thought it was I thought it was Joelle. I was like, "Oh, your friends are here."
I thought I was being
think it
attacked. I was
Joelle.
like, what's going on? Oh my god.
I just thought it was like Joelle. Like your friends were just there. I'm like, "Oh, haha." And then I turn around. And I was like, "Jake,
Right, yeah.
what?"
And it just adds on to it the fact that he's just got engaged. So
Yeah, no,
That was
they're
insane, so-
Fiancés.
and what's that?
They're fiancés.
Crazy. They're not boyfriend and girlfriend. They're fiance.
Fiancés.
Crazy. And I was already having trouble just like speaking with him and
I
making
literally just
conversation
stared at
because my
them at
brain
one
was
point.
scrambling
there
from
was
the
like,
movie.
there was like
Yeah.
silence. We were just like,
Yeah, no, I didn't know what to say.
we said congrats, and then we're just like,
Yeah,
hi.
And also, the weed was still lingering a little bit. I was still a little high, so
I just didn't know what to
yeah,
say.
you weren't. Only
I
me.
just was like, hi.
And weed kind of takes some of my social skills away. I just like to go to the movies and smoke. That's really all I like to do with it.
And then go to Yard House.
And then go to yeah.
alone without anyone knowing who
Yeah,
you are.
yeah. And so they leave. And then
No, they were still there, but then you.
were they
also-
there when he came over?
Yes, because
Oh.
remember we thought he bought us the shots, but it was Jake. I was
No,
like, did
no.
Colin
I think
bring-
you're mixing it up. But anyways.
Colin.
Yeah, I don't. Is that his name? I still don't
It's
fucking know.
Colin.
So this guy comes up to me and he takes our IDs. He's
Our order,
our age,
yeah.
a little bit younger. He looks. And
He
then
looks a lot younger, but
He
he-
picks up my ID and he reads my name and then he says, "You look familiar." What?
I didn't even take into the account that he saw your name on the ID.
Yeah, I said that out loud.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah. So he said, "You look familiar," and I was like, "Really? I don't think I know you." And he's like, "Oh, you're Jay Scott." I was like, "Yeah. Who are you?"
Oh. It's still weird that he said you look familiar
Yeah,
if
that-
you've never met.
Yeah, and then he
It's
proceeded
really
to say
weird.
like, "Oh, I saw Justin Scott." I was like, "Wait, I know, I've heard that name before."
But he doesn't know what you
No.
look like. So
And
why
that-
would he say, you look familiar? Maybe that must have been the segue.
No, well, at some
Because he
point,
can't just be like, Jay Scott.
no, well, he tried to save it because at some point in the conversation, he was like, "Oh, I must have seen you around." Like, "Oh, yeah, you're from Woburn. I probably saw you at some point, whether it was here or somewhere." I'm like, "Yeah, buddy, yeah, probably. I mean, probably have crossed paths at some point." But it's just like, holy shit. So
He saw your name.
yeah, I know. So he's
I didn't
friends
even
with
think about that.
one of my best friends, Trav, and they play games together and they're on Discord together. And so we're talking about Trav, and shout out to you, Trav.
We know you're listening.
He is listening for sure.
Yeah, he is.
So yeah, he was like, "Oh, I'm the guy that picked him up when he got arrested," and I was like,
Oh, I didn't.
"You didn't hear this part?"
No.
He's like, that's what he said. I was like, "Oh shit, you got him from Encore," and he said, "Oh no, not that time. No." He said, "Not that time."
Wait, I was gonna say because I know Nick got him from Encore.
Right.
Nick and Joelle did.
After the conversation happened, I remembered that. That's what happened. But he said, no, it was a time where he got in that car accident.
Oh, you embarrassed Trav.
Yeah. I'm
friends.
not.
He goes, no,
that's
not
all
that
I'll say about it.
Not that time.
Trav, I'm putting you on blast here to the fucking
poor
world.
Trav.
But it was fucking hilarious. And just from him coming up to me and saying, I recognize you by face when it was really by name.
Still crazy that
Yeah.
he just saw your name on the ID and was like, Justin Scott,
Yeah,
Bluebird, Jay Scott, and then pretended like he's seen you before.
No,
He
insane.
goes, you look familiar, but he's never seen you before.
But it would have been a crazy event on its own. But the fact that it was the last thing to happen after all of this, it was just my mind is not.
That happened after we met Jake, but then Jake also bought us shots after you had discussed that you know who Colin.
And
we were
yes,
mutual friends with Trav.
And I was looking at the shots, like I was about to say to the guy, "We didn't order these."
I
And
thought
then I look over and I see Jake smiling, giggling, laughing.
I thought Colin ordered them for us. And I go,
It could have been that too.
I
Yeah.
looked and I go, no way, he just gave these to us. Like, I thought he saw us talking to Colin and he was like, my buddy, I'm going to give them
Yeah.
free shots. And I was like, Colin,
Yeah.
we don't know you.
Yeah.
And then we looked over and it was Jake. It was not Colin.
Oh my
I
God.
really thought it was Colin. I go, no, he did not get us. He didn't get us
that didn't
shots.
cross my mind, but
That was the first thing I thought of. I thought
Oh
the
my
bartender
gosh.
saw us talking to him and was like, my buddy. I was going to give his friends free shots. That didn't happen. Jake bought them for us.
I'll reiterate the fact that we were talking about the movie in the car for a little bit, but I was like, I need to go. I need to get moving because I get very overwhelmed in my mind.
Yes.
I have autism, but did you hear what I said?
I did.
Okay, yeah, I definitely do, without a doubt. And my mind was just like, oh my God, racing. And we get there about to talk about the movie, and then all this happens. So
We
it
had to
throws
sit
me
in
off
silence
again.
for like 5 minutes. He goes, I can't talk right now.
And I start laughing.
I go, I need a minute. I can't speak. So we just sat on our
just-
phones for like 5 minutes
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we couldn't talk.
I need a second to settle down. Oh my God, just
And now here we are.
and I texted one of the texts my friends was just a whirlwind happened to me, but it's whirlwind.
Yeah. You said
I
whirlwind.
said whirlwind.
Like
I don't know why.
WORLD.
Yeah. But that's not what it is.
No, it's whirl.
Yeah.
Is there an H or just WIR?
I have whirlwind.
It's whirlwind, but I don't
Yes,
know.
I
if
know,
there's
but I said world.
Is there an H?
Yeah. WHIRL. Yeah.
Wind.
Yeah. And yeah, that's what it was.
Did they make fun of you for spelling it wrong?
Only Tyler pointed it out, but it didn't get much traction.
Whirlwind.
Just crazy. And we'll throw in now, because I made you put this picture in. She was like, oh, I don't want to put pictures in. It takes too much time. But I had to put this one in because I'm literally famous around town right now. And we'll make it brief, but
last thing. And
Yeah,
then it's
so-
time for bed.
it's just a picture of the pizza.
That's what you sent.
No, well, there was okay. So 300 people commented on this. I posted this in the
You wouldn't
Woburn
be able to
residence
read them
page.
anyways. They're too small.
What's that?
You wouldn't have been able to read them anyways. I'd zoomed in on the pizza.
Oh, that's fine. So what's on the screen right now? This is?
Yes,
Okay.
Sally's Pizza.
Okay,
It's
so
on
this
the
is
screen.
Sally's, and the original is in New Haven, Connecticut, and we
Which
went
we've
there
talked
this past
about how
February.
we've been there and how much we like it.
What's that?
We've talked about how much we've been there. Like that we've been there.
On
That
here we
like-
have?
Yeah, we have.
Oh.
On our trip.
Yeah.
Our
Ah,
vacation.
true. Yes. The best pizza we've ever had, as a quick recap. And we were very excited that it was coming to Woburn. Of all places, it's just fucking bizarre it comes to Woburn.
Mm-hmm.
So we had made reservations a week out because there was days in advance where it was booked. So Jill got us for next Thursday.
For 6 p.m.
Yep, for 6 p.m. We go there right at 6 p.m. And they say your table won't be ready for like another 30, 45 minutes.
Well, first they said, it'll just be a minute. And then
Yeah.
we asked, we're like, well, how long do you think it's going to be? Which, they're new, they're opening. it's understandable that there's some schedule conflict, whatever. But it was going to be like, we didn't sit till like 6:30. It was pretty on point.
Yeah.
They said 30 minutes. It was about 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And then we sat at 6:30, even though we had a reservation for 6.
Yes.
Yeah, continue.
And everything was going good until then. I mean, we got wine, we were chilling, we were laughing, we were hanging out. And
They also did warn us that when we sat down, our waitress said, do you know what you want for pizza? I'm going to put them in now. It's probably going to be about 45 minutes, like to even just like
it
get
ended
the
up being
pizza.
longer than that, but
A little bit. It was about an hour.
yeah.
But still not terrible. 45 minutes to an hour is roughly the same in my head. 45 minutes and an hour are the same.
When you're hungry, it's not, because every minute feels like
Yeah,
an
but
eternity.
it was a little bit longer. It was probably about an hour. But she did warn us. She said something about them doing something with the ovens at like 7.
Yeah.
Like she did warn us. But that wasn't the disappointing part. I didn't care about the waiting. I didn't care about, like, that did not bother me. What bothered me was this pizza because that is burnt.
To a
Burnt.
crisp. Like, it wasn't even enjoyable. Like, I audibly said this is trash, and I think the waitress might have heard me. But
for
she was not. She was
context,
very nice.
We got 3 pizzas. We got 2 cheese and a sausage. Bill, Jill, and Kyle wanted sausage. We canceled the 3rd pizza. We're like, have they started it? Because the first 2 came
Probably
out,
not.
and they were both like this. And they kind of were, she was like, oh, like, let me go check. And, like, Bill was going to be like, no, just cancel it. Like, we don't want it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, well, let's just take it to go. Like, I feel like if it's already made, we should take it. And she was like, oh, it's like something at like the front of the line. He was like, we can just cancel it. We literally did not order the 3rd pizza. Like, we canceled our order.
And it was still fucking $230, $40, $50.
$200 for 2 pizzas.
Oh, my God.
2 bottles of wine and then calamari.
Oh, my God.
$220.
And so, as we were there, you know, when there's a few slices left, I still ate it because I was literally dying of hunger, and I
ate it
wasn't
for
enjoying
sure.
it much at all.
I
But
didn't eat the crust because look at that crisp.
I put it on the
Keep in
Woburn.
mind, this is the best pizza we've ever had. Like, their
Yes.
reputation, like, it's embarrassing because they have such a high reputation.
High standard, highest of the high.
Especially because Prez, like, rated them so high. Like, and he's from Mass. A lot of people from Massachusetts watch him. They, like, hyped up Sally's, and now they're going
And also,
here.
they charge $30. And the original's not that much. It's like 20.
Yeah, I don't remember. But anyways, it's Massachusetts. They're going to hike it up a little. But,
Yeah.
like, a lot of people from Massachusetts know about Sally's because of him.
Right.
And they, like, want, like, oh, my God, the first Sally's location in Massachusetts is a big deal.
Yeah.
And this is, I don't know. Anyways, continue.
I put it on Facebook in the Woburn Res page, which is a bloodbath. It's all
I think
people.
any res page is a bloodbath.
Oh, dude, but yeah, I mean, Woburn's just insane. That I think there's like 13,000 people in there, and a lot of it is 40, 50-year-old plus people just looking to complain about things and gripe about things and argue.
Mm-hmm.
And I never posted there ever in my life because it's a fucking risk to do it every time because you don't know who's coming at you, what they're coming at you with. It's just insane in there.
Did you post there for the strike, though? I think, or was that just your
No,
regular
I didn't.
page?
Yeah, no, I never.
Oh,
in there.
you were just commenting on other people.
Yeah. I
Okay.
never actually made a
Never
post
mind.
in there
I see.
because it's scary to do. So I did, and I sent the picture of this pizza, and I could read the caption. I'll do it quick. I just had hold on. Go to one of my 400 notifications, which is they're still commenting on it, dude. That's crazy.
They're not going to stop.
So I said, came in promptly to Sally's for a 6 p.m. reservation. They said the table won't be ready till 6:30. Got seated at 6:30. The pizza then took over an hour to come, and this is the result of our cheese. Coming from super fans who love the original, so disappointed. And it got over 300 comments, 200 likes,
Some people are
reactions. Yes, honestly, I'd say 90 to 95% of the people are on my side. And there's a few in there, 5-10%, that thought I was a horrible person. But I didn't have to do anything. I made a few comments here and there, but everyone else just attacked them. It's 300 fucking comments. I can't.
Hilarious.
Unbelievable that it happened. So I'm like, I can never show my face there again. Like,
Yeah, they definitely know. Sally's knows.
Because
they've been informed
they have to.
who you are.
That's not just like a Yelp review that
That's
people
like might be
and
worse.
comment. Dude, 300 comments.
I know
200
my
likes.
boss is aware of like the Sharon Rez Facebook page
Really?
stuff. Yeah, like I mean, first of all, we got unrelated totally, but we got in the mail something from Yelp, and it's like a certificate being like, you were like top rated on Yelp, and he was like, this is a huge thing. He's like, they gave us like a sticker that has like a barcode that
Yeah.
you can scan to like review us on Yelp. He's like, put it front and center. Tell people to rate us. He's like, I
That's
don't
a big
care.
deal.
He goes, be annoying. I don't care. He was like, please, like he like very much like very heavily like enjoys good reviews.
Yeah.
But he also has come up and been like, well, in the Sharon Facebook page, they're saying this, like that, like they, it's like very important to business owners.
Which
So they
makes
definitely
sense. I
know.
mean, everything's online nowadays, so when
So
you
they
see stuff
definitely
online,
know.
it's like...
But why wouldn't you just tell them in person?
Because
Why
I
are you
wanted to
gonna
create
bash them
chaos. That's
online?
why. Because I love chaos. I was like, I'm putting this in the fucking Res page group.
No, but also, who are we going to talk to? Our waitress who did nothing wrong.
Oh,
And then
right, right.
Like, I would never, ever, ever want to be like, listen, just so you know, this pizza's bad. And then what is she going to say to us? Oh, I'm sorry. Like, she didn't make it.
And even if we just
She
keep
did
it
nothing
simple
wrong.
and don't even provide that, if we just say like, oh, yeah, we want a new one, it would take another hour. We were starving.
And
Like,
we already canceled the pizza, and I already felt terrible.
Yeah,
about
no, we just had to
canceling
get the hell
pizza.
out
like,
of there.
She could tell that we were not pleased.
no.
She was like, oh, you want to cancel? She was like, it's totally up to you. And we're like, we want to cancel it. She goes, you want to cancel it? We're like, yeah. And we're like, and we're ready for the check. Like, we were like ready to get out.
Oh, yeah.
And I felt terrible.
But
Like,
it-
she knew that we were displeased.
But it was a memory. I'll never forget
She was
this.
so
and,
nice. She did nothing wrong. She was amazing.
And I was not too far. I was scrolling through the Res page just to see recently, like, how much attention did posts get. And mine is astronomically above most of them. It
a
blew
big deal.
blew it the fuck up.
Big deal.
Fuck yeah, it's crazy.
The new size.
Absolutely crazy. A fun time, man. Fun time.
Pretty funny.
And I honestly, I haven't read every single comment. I woke up this morning and
I mean,
kind
it's
of
impossible
skimmed through
to.
them a little bit, but
It's impossible to. There's 300.
I know. And dude, it's still as of 47 minutes ago. It's still going. I posted this 28 hours ago.
There you go.
29, 30.
You're famous.
Yeah. So I just had to throw that in there as well because a lot of my
Barstool
friends
of
found it funny and I found it
Woburn.
funny. Huh?
You're the barstool of Woburn.
I know. I said it's like Dragon Pizza.
I know. I want him to try it.
Imagine if he did answer us.
He usually doesn't because obviously if it's a chain, like he wants to do the OG, you know.
Yeah, but he's already
But
had
if
the OG,
he-
so if he sees the story going on, he might be intrigued by
If
it.
he saw this, especially because he's from Mass,
Yeah.
So like I feel like he would take a little bit more pride in it.
Yeah.
Like this is like you're leaving an impression on my state
Mm-hmm.
that I've already hyped you guys up so much, and now you're gonna bring this to them.
Yeah.
Like I feel like he'd get a little pissed.
So
I did message him.
I'm gonna-
I don't think he's ever gonna see it.
I'm gonna
but
do it too. I'm gonna follow
You
up.
should.
Imagine, oh my God. That
You
means,
should. You should.
Who the hell knows? But it was an incredible story.
Funny.
Yeah. Well, that.
Justin,
wow.
it's late. We have to go to
Yeah,
bed.
we do have to go to bed.
I have to pee so
my
bad.
1 minute of sports rundown because we are not just sports. Sports is in the title. Really, all that matters. One, the Celtics are the best team in the league.
Right.
2, the Patriots need to draft a quarterback,
We knew that.
and I kind of think it should be Drake May. And 3, I really don't bet much anymore. I've kind of slightly broken the rules here and there, but I'm much better. But the big bet's hitting. Ravens, Niners, Super Bowl, both 1 seeds. Celtics, Nuggets, NBA Finals.
And then we're gonna go to Switzerland.
And then we're going to Switzerland. It's going to win me like $5,000. And that's really all I have to say.
And that's all. We'll see you in Switzerland.
Yes, we will. We'll see you next week or in 2 weeks, whenever we feel like doing it, okay?
Yeah.
This
Cut
very
us
well
some
could have been our
slack.
best episode ever. We shall see.
Not our shortest, but
No.
peace, love,
And I didn't say it was going to be short this time. Huh?
Yeah, but you thought it before. I said peace, love, and
I started out with what the fuck, but I'll
what are you gonna
say
end it with?
we'll see you again soon. Peace, love. We'll see you again soon.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody. Not just sports.